remember Bryce was a pretty good cowboy, and so he put in his entrance fee for the rodeo in the Great Falls Rodeo, the fair. And I think he was riding bareback, but anyway, we kept anticipating. We were sitting in the grandstand waiting for him to come out, and pretty quick it was announced Bryce Blackburn on whatever horse it was, and the horse came out and made 2 big jumps, and pretty quick Bryce was standing up straight up, almost with his feet on top of the horse and still holding on to the rein, you know, the rope. And then, so after 2 jumps, Bryce was up like that and then just went off the horse really quick. So he said, well, that does it for me. He was joking about it.
Yeah.
Wasn't hurt though?
No. Oh, no, he landed probably on his feet.
You remember Fergus Mitchell, the Ayrshire Dairy?
No.
Mitchell in Great Falls?
I remember the Ayrshire Dairy, but I don't remember.
Yeah, Fergus, he's a school friend of mine, well, I knew him in high school that one year, and went down. I'd like to sneak in and like to be on the rodeo shoots and all that. And I got in there one time, and I'd already signed up for an exhibition ride if the cowboy don't show up.
Oh, really?
And they have those up for grab, and you pay him $5. No, you don't get paid anything, just exhibition.
This was for horse or bull?
Horse and bulls, it's a regular rodeo. Fergus Mitchell picked on a bareback, I think, and I picked on riding a bull. I figured that's closer to the ground a little bit, and that wouldn't have so hard to. But anyway, he rode his horse, or tried to, and I was up on the chute, and I had a new Stetson, and I said, hey, Fergie, you want to borrow my hat? He said, oh, I sure like to borrow Lynn. And so I put it on his head, and about that time they opened the chute, and away he went, and about 2 jumps, and he was a handful of dirt. And pretty quick they called my name, and I got to ride a bull, and I thought, oh, this is going to be an easy deal. No way. About 1 jump, and I was on the ground. I mean, I was no cowboy.
Did you have your hat back?
Oh yeah, it was all, it squashed and had a little soil on it, and amongst other things. But
Did you guys have to break any horses?
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
We had a lot of rodeos out in our corral.
So you were cowboys?
oh yeah, we
Yeah, we did
Just
a lot
didn't
of
stay on the rodeo things?
we did a lot of breaking horses and riding our cattle. Yeah, when the folks would go to town, Dad didn't like us to do that much because he wanted to put weight on the cattle and sell them and make money. He didn't want us chasing them around and riding them and stuff. So usually it was when they went to town.
yeah we put on a rodeo.
We had regular rodeos. One time Dwayne tied up a heifer or a steer or something and forgot he tied it up, and Dad got back from town and there it was laying there dead, I think.
Yeah, I
Remember that?
remember that. Yeah.
Choked it to death because he didn't have a halter on or anything, so he just had a rope around it.
Probably a slip knot on
Yeah, slip knot.
it. Noose.
Just a cowboy loop, you know. And
Get in trouble for that?
yeah, but I don't remember Dad really getting mad. Just wasn't happy.
Dad took things with a grain of salt, didn't he?
He was sure good about being calm about things.
Yeah.
We had a lot of some mean bulls, and Lynn, I think, can tell one story about the bull. That, you know
You mean
what I'm
all-
thinking of.
Well, go ahead. I remember.
I'll tell one, and then maybe you'll think of that one. But Kent was hauling manure out in the big corral, hauling it out onto the field, and he had me standing out in the middle of the. We fed the cattle at the manger, so they wouldn't want to get out while he was leaving that gate open, so he could just go back and forth with the manure spreader. And so I was standing in the middle of the corral. It was a big corral, maybe a couple 100 feet across or something. Can't remember, but anyway, we had this big mean Jersey bull. But they were eating, and usually when they're eating, they don't bother you or anything, so I felt okay. But as I was watching Kent drive out into the field, all of a sudden in the corner of my eye, and I also heard something. I saw this bull coming at me from behind. And that's the only time in my life I've been so scared I couldn't move. And all I could do, I couldn't get anything going. I wouldn't have been able to escape anyway, but I kind of shrunk down knowing he was going to hit me. And he hit me and knocked me across the corral as far as he could, and then he bunded me all the way across the corral, snorting and everything, and lucky I didn't get trampled on. They put me right through the bars of the corral. And Kent came back, and I was out there upset. I was probably crying, I suppose. I wasn't very old. And he got mad, and he took a pitchfork and went after the bull. I don't know what he did to him, but I headed for the house, running for the house, as soon as I saw Kent taking care of the bull. So that could have been a serious accident there. And then we used to tease the bulls, of course. We used to build a scarecrow, and we had up in the second story of the barn, there was an open area where we used to put the hay through. And so we used to hold this scarecrow out on a pole and get the bull to chase it and bend it around. And so we got him mad that way, you know, and then we'd try to run across the corral. We knew how far we could get in the corral and still be able to jump the fence before they got to us, and so we would challenge them that way. And so they had a reason to be mad, because we were always teasing them. But a lot of close calls there. Sometimes they would get to us just as we got over the fence and kind of hit us just as we got over the fence. But a lot of foolish things that we did.
Yeah, I had one about like that, only a little different. I was bringing the cattle home from the north pasture. We'd put them up there and maybe herd them all day and bring them home at night, a little ahead of milking time, so their milk would be good. If it had been off of weeds for a while, the milk would taste good. If not, they'd have a bad flavor. I guess you remember milkweed and different things they'd eat. I was bringing them home that time and just driving them home from, maybe a mile up there, a little more sometimes. And the neighbor's bull, great big Ayrshire Hitchcocks.
With the horns, right?
Bull, yeah. He got in on the scene, and he was out looking around to see his choice, and I was trying to cut him out to take him back towards the bridge to Hitchcock's, and he turned and knocked my horse down, and that's the last I remember, but I was on the ground, and he's trampled me on my back. I don't know for how long, but it did knock me out just enough to know that he trampled me, and he should have killed me. A great big, he must have been 1,200 pounds. He was mean. He was a bull, and he was just mean and could be. And my horse is standing right there waiting for me, and I got on just a little ways out from the house, and nobody knew a thing about it till I got home, and told them I'd been tromped, and I had tracks on my back and here and there to prove it. But,
well, didn't he also gore the horse a little bit?
Not any damage.
Oh, yeah, because I thought he put his horns right around your foot in the stirrup and kind of got the horse a little.
Just knocked him off the feet. The horse went down too, and then I did, and the horse got up. And
I remember hearing about it.
And then he was right up on top of me. Whether he's chomping wanted to hurt me or just happened that I was laying there where he was about to put his feet. But that could have been a dandy.
Yeah, we had some close calls with those bulls.
Oh boy, we had one. Well, we had a couple. We had to put rings in their nose, and they'd break that part of their nose, break that out, and Dad would have to change the nose ring and make a hole the other way to put in their nose. They'd run out of spots to put in their nose ring. But with the nose ring, you could pretty well control them.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, but them jerseys are mean.